Everything we do here at James Project focuses on caring for vulnerable women and children because we believe that's the call that God has placed on every one of us as Christians.
Okay, we're back with a July update. And yes, we're a little late, but for very good reason. You were on vacation, right, Tiffany?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Yes, I was. And it was wonderful.
Yeah, vacations are definitely needed sometimes. So there's a lot of exciting stuff happening. It's worthwhile for this to be late because we have some exciting news, right?
Yes, and we wouldn't have had it if we had done it on the first of the month. So a couple great things happening this month. We've been praying, it's been on our heart for 10 years to purchase land for the women, the redeemed women. As so many of you know, there's so many of our women out there that don't have a stable home, or they're staying out in an excluded area with their kids, or isolated area with their kids, that anybody could come in and exploit them, do whatever to them, and they're out there and there's nobody around to protect them, or they're on someone's land and they could be kicked out and homeless at any moment. We have several who are just kind of hanging in limbo right now because the people are in the process of selling the house that they're living in, and they don't have anywhere to go. So we found a piece of land and we're praising God. It's the owners that we actually bought our current land from, where our current campus is. They contacted us and just said, we have some land to sell. Do you want it? And the price was right. So we bought 5 acres. We closed this month. So we have 5 acres, and we're in the process now of looking and designing. We're going to be building the village. We're not sure exactly of the name. I've been calling it the Village of Hope, but I'm super excited about it. So we bought land. So, and next time any of you come, that'll be part of your tour. You'll get to go see our new women's program, our new women's land. So we're thrilled. And you can see the current campus from the new land that we've purchased.
Super excited. I get to go in a few weeks. So yeah, well, in about a month.
Excited.
So yeah, good.
I haven't seen it yet except through video.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, and pictures. So I'm excited to get there. I know Hair Bear has said it's beautiful. Rudy says it's beautiful. And this really is such an answer to prayer. As we were talking about this, we had looked at some land right down the road from us, and we'd been praying about that. And then they raised the price and changed it, and we were discouraged. And there was a gentleman who came down from Alaska. And as we were talking, he's like, you just need to wait. You need to wait and see what God has. He's like, so they'll lower the price or something's going to happen, but you need to wait and not rush into this. But inside I was like, but I don't want to wait. I mean, that's what I want. I know that's what I want.
Right.
But when they came and the papers for this land are clean, they're people we've worked with before. And it's just and it's land cheaper than anything we found in I don't know, years. We haven't been able to find anything. So we're beyond happy about it.
And so close to the project, which is great. And it's all flat, right?
I don't know. I think there's some that's sloped, but it's buildable and plantable. And that's the important part.
Excellent. So yeah, tell us a little bit about what it will look like. What do you envision being there?
So what we're going to end up doing, the first thing obviously is we have to put a wall around it, and we have to put a well on it and run electricity to it. So that's going to be obviously phase 1. But after that, our plan is to be able to build homes for these women and their children on the property. We're hoping teams will collaborate with us. They'll be able to possibly, and we have to design the homes, but a team could come down, and that could be part of their project for the week, is to build a home on the property for a woman and her children. So we'll have homes on the property. We also hope to have a daycare on the property, because one of the biggest issues our women face is that they have to choose between going to work and leaving their children alone so that they can be exploited or taken advantage of, things, or just hungry and lost because they're 2 years old and don't know how to take care of themselves. or they stay home and watch their children starve to death. But with a daycare and a preschool, these kids will be able to get early education. They'll be able to be in a safe space, and their moms will be able to go to work and be able to put food on the table and sustain their family and not have to worry about what's happening to their kids. So that's one of our goals. We also, because we want the program to be self-sustainable as possible, and part of, launching people into jobs or into their own business is part of the program. But on the property, our goal and our dream would be to have really three core businesses set up on the project that are bigger, that many of the women can participate in, or all of the women can participate in, to earn income for themselves as well as sustain the project. And we would have a big chicken project. We'd have eggs and meat chicken that they could sell. We would also have agriculture, because so many of them, they could sell fruits and vegetables and things like that. And we've got the sustainability program on the current campus. So we have an idea how to do both of these things, and they'll be able to sell them and to support their families. And then also we're going to do fish farming, because they could raise and sell tilapia in the local area. And that is a good income source and a good protein source. So if we have those three businesses set up to sustain them, it could be pretty incredible. And the kids, where the land is, there's a school not too far from there. They'll be able to go to school. It's just going to be, they'll be in a walled area. They don't have to worry about anybody coming in and taking advantage of them. And there's other things we're dreaming about as well down the road, but I'll hold off on sharing those until we have plans more detailed.
That
But
is
I
so.
will say, one of the things to build all of this, and one of the things that we're super excited about and that I want to share, is that we have a match to buy the land and develop it. We have a $125,000 match. So we have just launched it. It's on our website. If you go to jamesproject.org and then go to Rescue One, and then there's three tabs. There's USA, Canada, and campaigns. Go to the campaigns, and there's one called Village of Hope Women's Program. And for the $125,000 match, every donation you make will be doubled, and will go towards, and we'll be able to help develop that program and that land and get these women in a safe place, which is fairly urgent. I mean, we have women who need places sooner rather than later. So if you can give and you want to support this, it will help us keep kids out of coming into shadow. It'll keep kids from being exploited, from being abused, from being abandoned, so they don't have to be rescued. It'll help stabilize families so they can stay together and be healthy. And that is so much better than having to rescue them and provide healing after the cause. So this program and this piece of land is just such a blessing.
That is so exciting. I cannot wait to see it. Do you have like a time frame of, well, first of all, how long does the match go? Do you have a deadline on the match?
We are looking probably through the end of the year, through December, through the end of December
Okay.
is what we're looking at right now.
Okay.
So
And
we're
so
very excited.
yeah. Do you have a time frame of like an opening date for the Village of Hope?
We don't.
No.
We just bought it
Mhm.
last week. I believe we signed the papers on it.
Mhm.
So now we're looking at doing some drawings. We have a contact in the city who is in Guatemala City. In the past, they've donated some of the material for the wall for us.
Mhm.
So we need to see if I don't know if they would be open to it, but the first step is putting that wall in place. So
Mhm.
now we're looking at developing the prices and kind of laying it out. And I mean, for us, it's getting started as soon as possible.
Mhm.
That's really what we want to do, because there's a sense of urgency. I mean,
Yeah.
even I think it was last week, there was all kinds of flooding in Monjas, or in the surrounding area. There was flash flooding, and one of our redeemed women, Sandra, lives right next to a home, and we had just built, because it is her place, and she was starting different businesses on her own and doing so good. And a team at the end of May built a chicken coop for her,
Mhm.
and she was going to be selling chickens, actually, not the meat and not the eggs, but the actual chickens and little chicks, so people could raise them and, do their own thing, which
Mhm.
there's a huge market for that. And flash flooding wiped out
Mhm.
everything. It destroyed the chicken coop. It destroyed everything in her house. It took their clothes, their beds. They had nothing, and they're homeless. now. And so they had nowhere to go. We were scrambling to try to figure out where to put her if we had a place like this. And now she's in a temporary place, but it's not a long-term solution for them.
Right.
So, and we have two more women who they're in the process of somebody's letting them stay in that area wherever they're staying, but they're in their process of selling it, so they could be kicked out anytime. So it's urgent that we get moving as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that is very exciting news, though. That will be wonderful. And I like the name. Just that's my two
Village of
cents.
Hope.
But yes.
I think it's fitting.
I
I will
do.
say one way in addition to the match, we have two golf tournaments that are
Mhm,
coming up. One in the Springfield, Missouri area on August 19th.
mhm.
We're still looking for sponsors. We're still looking for golfers. You can just donate. Anything going towards that will also count towards the match.
Okay.
Any donations or anything above anything we make on that tournament will go towards the match. You can find that tournament, and then we have one in Kansas City also on October 18th. So
Okay.
if you are a golfer, if you're interested in sponsoring any of that, please get on our site too, jamesproject.org, on the events page. You'll be able to see links to both of those tournaments, and any money towards that will go towards this match as well.
Okay. Very good to know. So lots of exciting things going on.
Lots of
And
excitement.
yeah, and the project's been busy, right? With
We have
teams?
been very busy. We have had a busy team season. So
Mhm,
we are finishing up with the team tomorrow. And then we have, let me think, we have one, two, three more teams to go in this long stretch, I believe, three or four more teams to go.
mhm.
But, we love our teams. We're excited always when they're there. But please keep Vanessa and Victor and the team and Anna in your prayers, because it's a busy time, and it takes some out of you when you're in the middle of it. So pray for energy for them. They love what they do, and we love them. But it has been a busy season. And
Yeah.
we'll be down there. Brian actually goes down tomorrow, and I
Mhm.
will be down next weekend. So we'll be there for the tail end to help out on the last several teams for the teams that are coming.
Oh, that's great. Good, good. All right. Anything else going on?
Only the last thing, I'm still asking for prayer about the CNA, trying to get approval on CNA. We're just holding and waiting. We've submitted everything, and we just haven't got an answer. So we're praying that that door opens and that they would just give us the answer and the final approval, because we're kind of stuck until they do. And we've submitted everything. Bear's emailed a couple times, and they said they're going over the papers. Still, he's going to go by there tomorrow. He's going to the city, and he's going to go by there again and ask. So we are desperate for this process to be
Mhm.
finished. So if you will please continue praying that CNA gives us the final approval. That would be that would be a huge answer to prayer for us.
Okay. Any other specific prayer requests? Any health
Um,
needs?
I believe that's it. Pray for our staff, obviously, for health, for the kids, for the health. We always ask that you pray for revival and for life changes in those that we're serving, and in us. We want heart changes for ourselves too, obviously. We all
Mhm,
want to be a little more like Jesus, but we're
mhm,
praying for salvations, and we're praying for just victory. August is coming quickly. August and September, our busy months. September is Independence Month.
mhm.
And so we began prepping for all kinds of competitions and for different activities. So it goes into a different kind of busy season. It's more
Mhm,
busy on the overall staff during that period. So please keep them in
mhm.
your prayers too.
Okay. All right. All right. And there's a celebration of the Bible in
There
August?
August 11th, there's a celebration of the Bible. We did this last year too as part of our United in Christ program, where we work with churches around Monjas. And
Mhm,
last year they marched in from all four corners of the city. All these churches did, and Christians, and the square, the central square where the market is. They had somebody preaching there, and they had chairs set up, and it was a huge celebration. And we had people afterwards telling us that it transformed Monjas, that the city was different after that. So we are praying that this year is a huge celebration as well, and we're praying for success. So if you'll pray with us on that.
Yeah, and my team's going to be there for that.
Oh,
So,
that's wonderful. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
it's on our schedule. So I'm excited about that. I didn't know exactly what it was when I saw it on the schedule. So,
Yeah,
great.
it is a big deal. I'll share a
Great.
story that's just a little bit funny. So last year I wasn't there for it, and Hair Bear sent me a video of it, just showing me how big it was and how
Mhm.
amazing it was. And he just had took the video from his camera, and he just wasn't paying attention. He was just scanning the crowd and sent it to me. And when I got it, where he started, the guy in front of him had his pants down, so it was a rear end of the guy in front of him, and then scanning the rest of it. So I was like, Hair Bear, what are you sending me? But overall, it was a big celebration. So I got mooned in the deal.
It was a random mooning. Oh, goodness. There's one in every crowd, right?
That's right. That's right. And it's just funny because apparently didn't even strike Hair Bear as odd.
Just kept going.
What you're going to see.
Right. So I'll prepare the tea.
But he had a little Jesus dripped on him while he was there. So that's all right.
That's good. Oh, okay. Anything else that we might have missed?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, we are very excited to hear about the Village of Hope and everything else going on, and we'll look forward to hearing how it's going next month.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Thank you.